Even if you're a big Henry Selick fan, you've not seen anything like this before.
When you take Henry Selick and you put some Key and Peele in there, it's like, what would you get?
My face hurt smiling so much, hearing these guys do the lines.
We are about to go behind the animation of Wendell and Wild.
Wendell and Wild is about a young girl by the name of Kat who experiences some tragic events, and then she is visited by these two demons named Wendell and Wild, who actually represent her personal demons, and the three of them go on an adventure together. Did you just admit you've been stealing the cream?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it tickles my tummy.
What drew me to the project was Henry Selick. I've been a big fan of his work for decades, so to get an opportunity to work with him was like, absolutely.
Key and Peele came out on Comedy Central in 2012. And I fell in love with what they were doing. I mean, they were the funniest comedy duo I've seen in my lifetime. I think 2015, I just said, I gotta reach out. I gotta meet these guys, maybe try to find a way to bring what they do to a project of my own.
I've been a huge Henry Selick fan since I was a kid. When we met, it's like he didn't realize he was going to cross paths with his biggest fan, basically.
It's not a surprise that they were drawn together to write this script. They share a sensibility.
One of the things I love about Henry is that he's a pioneer of horror. He has wonder, he has mischief.
I get to be one of the recipients of this very focused, passionate piece of art that came together through these two men.
We are Wendell and Wild, your personal demons.
Animated films, it's always kind of a partnership between the voice that's cast and then the puppet, the design and look of the character. I really wanted the two demons, Wendell and Wild, to kind of resemble Key and Peele. But I reached out to this illustrator, Pablo Lobato. He's probably the best caricaturist in the world, and his style is beautiful and it's artistic.
The first thing you want to do as a voice actor for animation is kind of honor the art. When we saw them, the voices just sort of came out of us. That's when you know something special is happening.
And we would improvise a lot. Henry would let us go down different paths. You could see that he was working in his mind how something that we would make up or improvise or ad-lib would give him a new idea to add to the story.
Keegan and I were two of the only people who can make each other laugh. And so when we get together, that's just our goal. It's just make each other laugh.
I am literally traumatized.
If I was a kid watching this film, it would appeal to the mischievous rascal in me.
Now repeat after me.
What's going on, Kat?
I made a deal. I'm bringing my parents back.
Well, there's a scene where Kat summons the demons, and it took forever. We do this really dramatic 360 camera, moves circling around and around and around, and then coming in really tighter at the very end. It's challenging to do very, very long shots in stop-motion animation with a moving camera because you have to light every direction that you see. You have to find a way to get the animators off the set. Sometimes you use trap doors.
Then we have to break away the surrounding set a little bit as well to give the animator access to the puppet. So then the blue screen comes in and then the animator does his blocks, and then we go back, put the set back together, and then do another plate pass and another plate pass.
We animated the branches of the trees starting to move. There's wires inside all those branches and they have to be animated by hand. Whatever it takes to sort of make it happen.
Something this collaborative, this long, and with the amount of vision and steadiness of focus that Henry and his team need for something like this, it's always going to be inspiring.
It's those little tick, 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 tick marks that make you know someone worked on this. There's a sense of craftsmanship. Every frame looks like a diorama and a painting at the same time. I think it's going to be an absolute thrilling experience for people to see.
I'm in control of my life now.
The film's called Wendell and Wild, but she's the actual protagonist.
I think the character of Kat will inspire young people.
She's an atypical hero. She's bold, she's brave, she's a survivor.
The way that puppet is designed is so fantastic with the green afro puffs and the piercings through the eye, which is, first of all, so specific and wonderful.
And when she strides down the hall with her boombox blasting over her shoulder, it's like a suit of armor for her.
You know, we shoot live action reference to get an idea of how they move and how they should move.
For that particular shot, you know, Henry was very specific that he wanted her to show some real, like, swagger, you know? So she had to be rigged on an overhead rig with an XYZ where it's got an up and down, a left to right, and a forward to back. But also with Kat, we needed to put a rotate rig right above her head as well to allow the animator to get that kind of rotate movement in order to give her that swagger that Henry had asked for.
If little me could have seen this Afro-punk character in a movie like this, it would have changed my life early on. I think I would have felt more welcome in the world, would have felt more seen.
There's something internal that makes you go, oh my gosh, that's me.
Everyone's got demons. My demons have names.
Make sure to check out Wendell and Wild, only on Netflix.